Quotida, the Book of Quotida. Chapter 1, Don't Be a Fool. What did he talked about in the Don't Be a Fool chapter? Verse 1. You don't want to create a plan based on self-knowledge or your imagination and try to experience it in reality when dealing with a fool. If you create a pre-planned scheme step by step to maneuver on any individual, then you will inherit a foolish mindset when you walk into reality. If you decide to do so, then you are a fool for wanting to surround yourself with a fool or fools, or you will become a fool for trying your pre-planned plan on the wise. In addition, wise also means a being that is held by wisdom. Verse 2. At the end of the day, the joke would be on you for not knowing what you should know, especially when you had an opportunity to do so. Becoming a joke is the beginning of becoming of a fool because of the trend the joke can carry. Don't become a joke and don't be fooled by one either, because one joke can certainly lead you to becoming one. Verse 3. Being poor will get you closer to the devil, and being lazy will get you closer to being poor. Meaning being lazy got the potential to bring trouble, and more trouble, which can influence you to commit trouble if you don't change your course of action. To put it simply, just as a seed can grow as a flower, your laziness can grow as a sin. Verse 4. Also, don't get fooled by glory, because getting fooled by glory can be your entombment of a greater glory. Meaning, in simple terms, is that you would want something at the moment of time under your reality, but you could have something better in the future. Furthermore, in the same sense, it is the same as an ordinary individual who got deceived by a fool. Verse 5. Only fools will be tolerant of the foolishness of a fool with excess time, and then try to be fair or equal, which is why he became a fool to begin with, because he made the fool an equal to him, and not knowing the fool will probably try to get over of him. Verse 6. I will also say this, your body is a vessel for your mind. You will have evil thoughts that will come across your mind. If you decide to pursue those evil thoughts and act upon those wrongdoings, just remember this, you can easily hide your thoughts, but not your actions. Verse 7. Fools and the wise have one thing in common, that they both believe they can do what they see others do. But once you make that decision, you will find out it wasn't that easy to do so, especially without the right wisdom behind it. Verse 8. You exchange your willingness with reality to obtain wisdom, therefore, doing nothing there's no trade, therefore doing nothing there's no wisdom. Don't be a fool without a thought using wisdom. You will become more than a fool if you never try to listen. Verse 9. It's a cold world that we live in, and even your loved one would abandon you on the streets knowing that you have nowhere to go. And the reason why that can happen starts with you by depending too much on them. Verse 10. Understanding can give you control, so it can be foolish on letting a fool know that you fully understand his foolish plan just to be taken advantage of in his present or the future, which it also can be showing interest. Verse 11. Lazy people are like con artists trying to find the easy way out, and when they do that, they can also leave themselves more vulnerable to consequences that they have created with their laziness by looking for the easy way out. Verse 12. But just know evil is no fool, because evil will have a great reason for its existence, while the fool will think he had good reason to become one, which is the fool that he is. Verse 13. If you ever consider using the word trust, just know you should consider it as a check rather than a dollar, because a dollar was earned by one deed and a check was earned by many. Verse 14. If you choose not to be independent, then you will not be fully in control of your future and can be lost in it because you are not certain where you are heading. Verse 15. If you have no clue what your future will look like or no idea what it might lead to, then you are walking towards failure if you don't change your way of thinking. Verse 16. It would be good if you trust no one and hold your own by hustling and staying ahead of the game, because trusting others can mean you are dependent on them too. Verse 17. To keep it simple is to be your own man, because nobody can't take care of you better than you can, and becoming lazy is for a fool, not for a man. Verse 18. Don't be a fool of being lazy, because it will separate your old reality in the past that you may have enjoyed with a new reality that holds uncertainty or poor standard. Verse 19. Also, a fruit of thought is that a great shield is created by truth, and only the truth. Lying can be foolish, just as a shield that is not equipped for battle. Verse 20. After all, it will seem the easy way out when deciding to copy somebody else's idea just to receive a value, but it is also the easy way of getting fooled. Verse 21. Having a good life is like running a good business, and if your startup is good, then you have a higher chance of having a good outcome that's complete. Verse 22. He who got fooled by glory is often too quick to copy, so be more knowledgeable than understanding, because you can fall into a trap by copying somebody else's idea. Verse 23. Even a fool knows what he has signed up for when walking on a tightrope, but sometimes a fool doesn't, and that made him who he is to begin with. Verse 24. There are people that will try to take you out of your element of careful thinking just to trick you, so be aware of that when negotiating a deal. Verse 25. Evil deeds can create more evil deeds or find an end through another evil, so it will be best on choosing to be good rather than being evil. Verse 26. Everybody is born with the gift of wisdom to learn from their mistake. Therefore, they don't need somebody on their backs for every mistake they may have caused. Verse 27. Evil itself shall inherit the will to silence the foolishness that had fallen upon him. Often is the fool's that awaken thy evil out of its slumber. Verse 28. We are tested and judged by praises, glory, and criticism, and how we respond to them is in the same way that we deal with fools. Verse 29. Lying can be another way of wasting time that can raise a higher chance of you getting into more trouble when you already are in trouble. Verse 30. Also, be aware that the fool may have a lot more foolish things to say by defending his foolish actions when somebody questions his foolish ways. Verse 31. Annoyance is in the blood of a fool, and when he overdo it, he shall be the one with his own blood in his hands. Verse 32. Nobody is perfect, neither are you, so don't pretend you are the greatest thing that walks this planet, because mistakes are bound to happen. Verse 33. It's better to avoid a fool, but it's not so necessary to run away from them because it could be part of their plan. Verse 34. Don't fully trust your surroundings, and don't always trust yourself and your surroundings, because it can be a problem larking around looking for trouble. Verse 35. Lazy people are lousy role models trying to take the easy way out, and they will lie to take the easy way out. Verse 36. People may trick you into promoting shame to make you look wicked, so your opponent looks like the victim, and beware of that. Verse 37. Oppression can lead to suppression and create deception, so don't be fooled into becoming a coward, and caution is awareness at play. Verse 38. The fool will use tactics of being necessary to your life just to act foolish and to get away with no consequences. Verse 39. Fools are lazy, and they will give or let go of opportunities that will leave them vulnerable to problems in the future. Verse 40. Know your interests and know how to stay to yourself, because only you know what's best for you and your future. Verse 41. Success is like winning a war with many deeds, just as returning from a battle and getting ready for another one. Verse 42. Only a fool is passionate about shaming others or their guilt and not knowing it can come back to harm them. Verse 43. Like I said before, your value can rot away or hatch and grow in the same way as an egg would do. Verse 44. Respect is power, and respect is what a fool fears to attempt his foolishness upon one who is well respected. Verse 45. Shaming the surroundings on where you rely or represent can reflect on you and damage your image, reputation, and character. Verse 46. The wicked gave birth to evil, and the fool will stand with the wicked because it fits their interest. 19w. Verse 47. It's better to avoid a fool rather than consorting with them with words about how you feel about them. Verse 48. Anybody can tell you about the past in the same way that anybody can tell you a lie. Verse 49. But by doing nothing, you will be sure to fail, because success will only move if you do. Verse 50. When you tolerate something, it could be your reason to figure out a solution, not a problem. Verse 51. A fool will know right and wrong, but he's the one who decided to be a fool. Verse 52. The foolish one shall becometh silent by the evil one which he the fool had created. Verse 53. Nothing won't work unless you do, because doing nothing is a job only for a fool. Verse 54. A fool won't easily admit to his foolish action because it can tarnish his reputation. Verse 55. A fool will damage people's lives without knowing that he is damaging his too. Verse 56. Weakness and laziness sometimes create a fool because of the vulnerability of becoming one. Verse 57. Your problems and your success have one thing in common: both are your business. Verse 58. Life isn't easy, and becoming someone who depends only on themselves isn't either. Verse 59. Choosing to be stupid is the same as choosing to be foolish. Verse 60. If your hands are out for everything, you will even accept failure. Verse 61. Being lazy can make you a target of gossip and mistreatment. Verse 62. Only a fool will give time and resources to a problem. Verse 63. A fool's biggest regret is dying as a fool. Verse 64. An excellent role model is excellent at being independent. Verse 65. Remember your eggs and your surroundings. Verse 66. Evil consort with evil. This is a vertical book cover for The Quote Da by Meshach Ford in 2D semi-realistic digital art style with red gold ornate Asian-inspired borders on crimson background. Front features a large golden analog clock under arched black title, Subtle Starry Cosmos. Back has blurry blue nebula scene with ethereal figure, overlaid garbled white text blurb. The epilogue often leads a good life just by knowing girls can lead a greed. Book of Daniel, become as wise as. Conveys mystical wisdom book promo, ideal for advertising spiritual self-help lit.